Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Dr. Tina again with the wonderful series that will, I hope, and I know, change your world and how you perceive money and how you are handling your financial situation. And I'm so happy and honored to have Ruth Kudzi with me today. She is a best-selling author, mindset coach. She is a renowned business coach who is working and has worked already with thousands of clients all around the world. And I know she has some secrets that will change your world massively. Ruth, good morning. It's morning for both of us.
It is morning. It is indeed.
I'm so happy and grateful to have you.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. So just for a start, Ruth, tell us something about yourself, about your story, who you are.
Okay, so I've got my own business. I've had my own business for about 3.5 years now. So I retrained. I used to be a deputy head teacher. So I used to be deputy principal of a really big school here in the UK. And when I was doing that, I started to realize that this wasn't my passion. But it was a scary thing to get out of a secure job, career, that everyone says you should have a career, that really I didn't go into that straight away, but I'd worked for sort of 12 years to be there. I had those trappings of success, and I had the salary. And then I was like, okay, I want to do what I'm passionate about. So I retrained as a coach. I started coaching. I started my business about 3.5 years ago. I started originally about five or 6 years ago. I started coaching, actually maybe even more than that. I started coaching on the side, but I didn't officially start my proper business until 3.5 years ago. And part of the reason I started it was because I went back to work after my first daughter, and it was just so difficult to manage. And I felt, and this is always about how you feel. So remember, this might resonate with a lot of you, that it's about how you feel. It doesn't matter what anyone else is saying to you. It is about how you feel. And I felt like I couldn't be a good mum and do my job. I didn't see her. That was a truth. Like, I didn't see her in the mornings. My husband used to drop her off. And I used to be that parent that was literally running for the train every evening to get there for nursery. So I was in a high state of stress. You know, as a doctor, I was in a high state of stress because my cortisol was up here because I was always running. I always had that fear in my head that I was not going to be there to pick her up So that was a long-winded way to say I then started my business 3.5 years ago when I was pregnant with my second daughter. And I was like, I can't make my job work. And actually, I'm not in love with it anymore. And if I know that when we have children that we start to reevaluate. I mean, I really started to reevaluate and think, what do I want my life to be like for them? So it became bigger than me. And I was like, okay, I want to be here. I want to pick them up and drop them off. Okay, not every day. And, if you're a parent, you might be with me that sometimes drop off isn't the most exciting thing of the day. Yeah. And it's quite stressful.
Yeah.
Changed the way I worked. And as I've developed my business, I've actually started working with more and more people who are pretty like me. They come from a background where they've done something and they've been successful, but they want something different. They want to work in a different way and they want to have that control.
That's so true. And, I'm on a mission. I want to help, let's say, 1 million parents all around the world to become the best possible versions of themselves, because I believe that we need to be authentic. We need to be in touch with who we are in order to be the best possible version and role model for our children, because they learn by modeling. But the problem here occurs when you have, like you had this, just a situation that you don't love your job anymore. And there are a lot of parents out there who are watching this series who are working not just a 9-to-5 job, even more. They hardly see their children and are, even though having financial problems, and they want to break free. They want to start living their the life of their dreams and to be this role model for their child, to be with them, to be totally present with them when they have time for the family. Because if you have problems and you are all the time in your head thinking about them, you're not present with your child, and it's not serving anyone. So and there is a lot of research out there which really struck me when I was preparing for this, how financial situation actually affects the upbringing and the mindset of the child and the child's future. It is connected. So I think a lot of people, and I did as well, hear the sentence or the statement that millionaires are having multiple streams of income. Would you, or I think I heard 7. I think they have 7. So would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think the more income streams you can, I mean, obviously you could go crazy, but the more income streams that you can have, the more you're giving yourself opportunity, first of all, to earn more money, security, because you're not reliant on one. And if you're working for yourself, obviously, you know, if you can spread your risk, then you're more likely to be earning consistently. And I know a lot of people who work for themselves really worry about that consistency. But equally, if you're working in a job, if you've got other things that you can, you know, that don't even need to be paying you very much at the beginning, when talking pre-millionaire, that will then take that pressure off you. Because a lot of money is around how we feel. And how we feel impacts how we behave. And this is, you know, the reason that children pick up on a lot of things is because that's when we're learning. That's when we learn, as you said, about money. We learn about, you know, that mindset thing. So I think the more income streams you can have, the more security and choice you can have. And it helps you with your money mindset, because you can definitely say, I'm able to earn money in many different ways. And, you know, it could be, obviously, if you've got financial difficulty, this may not be a chance, but it could be even, you know, on a basic level, it could be that you might rent out a room in your house to a lodge or an Airbnb. It could be that you have a second property that you rent out. It could be that, you know, you rent your place out for Airbnb in the summer and go and stay at relatives. You know, that is an income stream. So it's not only thinking about, you know, you have to create lots of things or you have to do lots of things differently. It's actually thinking smarter for everything that you do in your life and thinking, okay, how could I monetize that? Or what could I do to bring in more money?
Interesting. But what if they don't have any property to rent?
Yeah, I mean, that was one example. If you don't have any,
I know.
So I'm going to give you an example of me, and I'm going to talk about how you could do it. So for me, I knew that what I was good at was coaching, teaching, mentoring. You know, I've been a teacher for 12 years. I've been coaching throughout that time. I've been doing lots and lots of mentoring in and out of work. So I started to think, okay, what are the different things that I could monetize? Obviously, I could work with people one-to-one. I could work with them in groups. I could create courses. The online course market is booming. I could write a book. I could speak. You know, I was thinking about all of the different things that I could do around what I was good at. So what I would do is, if you're listening, is I would really think about, okay, what am I good at? And it's a really simple exercise actually to do. What am I good at? One column. What do I enjoy? Another column. What can I make money out of? Another column. You know, if you're really, really good at jam making, yes, and you enjoy it, yes. Can you make money out of it? Probably a bit. It's not going to make you a millionaire, but you know, have a look at that list, because that list is a really good starting point. You know, with the internet, we can all make money online. So we can all do things like teaching, mentoring, online courses. You can do financial trading, but think about what you're good at and what you enjoy, because that's kind of the, you know, you don't need to be the best in the world, but you need to be better than, you know, you need to be a contributor to whatever you're doing. So you don't need to be the expert, but you need to be a contributor, and enjoying it. If you're at the moment, if you're working in a job and you're doing this on the side, that's what's going to keep you going. If you enjoy it, if you get something inherent out of it.
Yeah. It's something you have. I think each and every one of us has a special gift, a talent, a potential that we need to use, and we are born with it. And sometimes we're not, it's not connected with our job, with our main income, but it's something that I usually refer to it as a soul potential. Our soul has it. So if you tune into that, we all have a passion and we can create it. Like my passion it's kind of connected with my job is helping people. I love children, and I really am passionate about personal development and mindset and everything, like having this unstoppable mindset. For me, literally nothing is impossible. I went to med school because I was fascinated by human heart, and I thought that there is no way that there are incurable diseases out there. I'm gonna cure them all. So this was my thing. Why I went. But before I decided to go to med school, I wanted to be an actress or a TV host. So doing this summits is actually kind of filling my reservoir of, I don't know, of this, this potential I have. This it's fun. It's making it's really fun, and I'm doing it. I have to manage my mind. I have to, because sometimes you are, oh my God, it's too much and everything. But then you go, okay, now it's for me. How do I feel afterwards? How do I feel when I do it? And I usually have to manage my time too. Right now, my daughter and my husband are still sleeping, and I woke up early and I did this, and it's just amazing. I like to wake up early and do things for myself and things I like to do, just to have this space and this creativity space, yes, and to be really calm and nothing is going on. So everything is connected. But I know there are a lot of people, just to conclude, that are having the message and they would love to create or turn their passion into their, let's say, side business or a small income stream, but they are having the imposter syndrome, or they don't have the courage to do it, or they don't know how to start. Because if you want to create a course, if you want to teach people about, let's say, mindset, you need to have an audience. So you have to beat two things. First is the courage or the imposter syndrome, and then you need to get your audience. Just, could you say it briefly, something about that to empower them?
Definitely. Okay. I would say that if you're waiting, there's an amazing lady called Marie Forleo in the US who is like the queen of personal development. I say that because she has the best hair. So check her out. She has the best hair. But she always says, if you're waiting until you're ready, you would never start. So start before you're ready. And in terms of your courage, I don't believe in going like, I'm going to go from here to here in one day. Instead, think about the tiny, tiny steps that you can do. Maybe it's attending a seminar. Maybe it's watching these videos. Maybe it is reading a book. Yes, you could work with a coach like me and pay them money and they could help you. But if you don't have the money, there are lots and lots of other things you could do. You can join Facebook groups. You can go to local meetings and networking. So start really small. And in terms of courage as well, always tap into why you're doing it. Why are you deciding to do this thing? And when you know that, that can really drive you. But it can also help you with visualization, which can help you achieve your goals. So in terms of visualization, what I recommend is that you imagine yourself being that person that's achieved the thing that you want to do. And we all see things differently. We all have different memories. So you might be able to actually picture it in your brain. It might be that you do a vision board. It might be that you record an audio of you talking about it. It might be journaling. It doesn't really matter what you do, but spend at least 5 minutes a day. Don't spend more. Don't spend the whole day imagining that you are where you want to be. And that's really powerful at reprogramming your brain. You need to combine that with the action. So, you can do it, but you're the only person who's going to be able to make yourself believe that. And I believe a lot of mindset comes from action, because if we're starting to give our brains evidence that we can do it, we're going to start believing it even more. So small steps every day, getting some kind of support, even if that is from a free Facebook group or from reading a book. Lots of people say that, their first mentors were people that they read books from or people that they watched on seminars. There's so much free stuff out there. So tap into it. Don't tap into everything. Choose one or two people that you really resonate with and watch their stuff and listen to them.
Exactly.
And then those small actions, that visualization.
Yeah. And I like another thing, which is be a living vision board. Like a lot of people are familiar with vision boards, and for some of them, they don't work. But I say, just be a living vision board. So if you want to create a business, start working on it, or start creating a video, or start creating something. If you want to create an online course, like do the action, the first step. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be done for the first time. If you want to be on the stage of a TEDx, let's say TED Talk, so you just apply, and that's the first thing. Or go on a stage and just step on it and stand on it and just feel like you are doing this, having this talk for all these people. So just be a living vision board. That would be one of them, which really helped me. And it's really, putting things into action. Ruth, it was so incredible talking to you. But just before we go, I asked all of the experts to prepare a little special free gift that would help our viewers to take action further, or to help them in any way possible. So what have you prepared for them?
For their free gift, so what I'm going to give them is I'm actually going to give them a month's membership to my membership community, which is called The Hub. So they're going to have a month's free membership to there, because that's got everything. It's got about 250 people in, but that's got everything that they need for their mindset, for their business, for everything. So they're going to get, we're going to give you a code, and they're going to all get a free month if they want to. You
are so generous. So this is so generous. I'm having goosebumps.
I'm like, so it's not like 10,000, but we can cope. We'll cope.
No, this is no. I don't know how many, but a lot of them. And I know they'll benefit from that because it's such a generous offer. And thank you so much, Ruth. Thank you so much for being here with us. And thank you all who are following this series. And I'll see you again tomorrow, and stay tuned. Bye-bye.